One of the things that is not emphasized enough and will make a huge difference in your mental health is really taking care of your physical health. My name's Steve. I'm a full-time life coach and I've been doing it for 11 years, and I've learned a lot. I study, I research, and just the experience of working with clients over 11 year period. You learn what works from the books, you learn what doesn't work, and you get really good at helping people with different areas in their life. And a common theme that I've noticed, especially in this digital age, is people are struggling with their mental health. People are struggling with their moods, with their energy levels, with their just life satisfaction and anxiety and stress and things like that. And I'm a big believer in the connection between your physical health and your mental health. It's absolutely huge. And if your moods fluctuate and you're struggling with even stress and anxiety, really examine what you eat, your sleep, your exercise, and how you're managing your stress, and even things like getting out and making sure you get enough sunlight and activity. It has a huge impact, and that's why life coaching is so effective, because you have someone that's going to give you the skills, giving you the techniques, and be your support system, and also hold you accountable in a very gentle way. So if you're interested in very affordable life coaching, send me an email. It's in the description. Consultation is absolutely free, and the sessions after that are ridiculously affordable for an experienced coach. And like I mentioned, many of my clients are on a very tight budget, so I really try to keep the price affordable. And what I'll see is that clients will come to me and they'll just say, I've tried everything. I've tried therapy. I've tried reading books. I've tried XYZ, this system, this plan, this program. And it takes a long time to make behavioral change, especially if you have been doing, like, let's say, eating poorly or sleeping poorly. It's going to take time. It's not an overnight fix. And that's why I tell my clients, hey, we're going to be the turtle or the tortoise in changing some of these things that cause you to struggle and will help to accomplish the goals and habits and lifestyle that you want. But really, I start examining the lifestyle, because lifestyle will make or break you. If your lifestyle is staying up late, constantly being on screens, eating all hours of the day, snacking, eating sugar, eating processed foods, being sedentary, going to bed late, not having restful sleep, drinking, smoking, the list goes on and on. If you're doing those things, your mental health is going to suffer. It's like putting garbage fuel into a race car. It's just not going to work and operate at its optimum. And a lot of people say, I've tried and I've never been able to stick to a diet. I've never been able to stick to my sleep schedule. And I know this sounds like self-promotion, but really try life coaching, because even if you want to find another coach, it really is effective when you get somebody that knows what they're doing and has the experience. Because behavioral change, we are social beings. And I'll get some clients say, I shouldn't need a life coach. I should be able to make these changes on my own. And yet, inevitably, we all struggle, right? And having someone to help you, support you, hold you accountable, encourage you, makes a world of a difference. And to pace you, because we're all impatient. We want that immediate fix, that immediate gratification. That's why the diet industry is a $1 billion industry, is because people want that quick fix and solution, and it just doesn't work like that. It takes a while to rewire your neural pathways. It does not happen overnight. And in coaching, I really focus on lifestyle, and we start cleaning up the lifestyle. And again, it's very gentle. It's not an overnight dramatic change, but it's progress, not perfection. And even if it's just small little victories, the cumulative effect of small little victories over a long period of time, you'd be amazed at the transformation you can make. And I tell my clients, just focus on the 2%. Make a 2% improvement, whether it's your diet, whether it's your sleep, whether it's how you manage your stress and anxiety, whether it's you stop avoiding and you start confronting the things that you normally fear. And in 2 years, it's close to a 50% transformation. And that's really exciting. It's not quantity, it's consistency. And that's what coaching allows people to do. So if you are a person that is struggling with some of the things that I mentioned earlier, really look at and examine, hey, how can I clean up my diet? And I like to keep it very, very simple in coaching. I like Michael Pollan. He's an author, has written books on nutrition, and he's just brilliant in the way he says it's like I don't know which diet is the right way for me to eat. Should I choose that diet? Should I choose that diet? And looking for the perfect diet. And oftentimes that's just an excuse to avoid and delay making the sacrifice, giving up the foods that you're addicted to, and having the discipline to, it's not even discipline. If a lifestyle change becomes something that's joyful, and this is not, if you have to use willpower and a lot of self-discipline, you're doing it wrong. And in coaching, I work on with clients, it's an environmental change, it's a lifestyle change. So it doesn't feel like you're like grinning and gritting your teeth and trying to force yourself not to eat the candy or the chocolates and things like that. So yeah, it's a lifestyle change. And part of that lifestyle is, as I said, is diet, nutrition. And Michael Pollan, he says, keep it simple. And when I found in coaching, when something's complicated, and so many things I read in self-help or psychology books or YouTube videos, it's complicated. I'm like, I know it because I've been doing this for a long time, this coaching. People are not going to be able to stick to it. If you keep it simple, people are more likely to stick with it. And so rule number one is eat less. We just eat way too much. Eat less. Our bodies, and especially as we get older, our bodies don't need as much food as we put in it. You remember, food is for nutrition and survival. It's not for pleasure. And I know that's a concept that people, oh my God, especially foodies, I love food, I couldn't give up food. You could still enjoy food for pleasure, but that's its secondary purpose. The primary purpose is nutrition and to give you sustenance so you have energy to be able to accomplish the things that you want in life. The second thing that he says, and by the way, there's some really good research and studies. A real simple solution where you're not having to rely on willpower and self-discipline to eat less, just use a smaller dish, plate, bowl, whatever. We have been shown, studies have shown, the size of the bowl, the size of the portion, even if we're not hungry, we'll still eat. We'll still eat and eat, not to the point of satiation, but into the point of that fullness. And we just generally overeat. And so just using a smaller plate or bowl or portion sizes is really helpful. The second thing is eat real food. My God, it's so simple. Eat real food. If it comes in a package, if it's been processed in any way, and basically this is just don't eat processed foods. Just stay away, and let's state that in the positive. I like how he states it in positive. He doesn't state it in the negative. He doesn't say don't eat processed food. He says eat real food, because that's our brain doesn't hear the don't part. It says, eat processed food. So what we want to focus on is those positive statements. I eat real food. And start where you can. With clients I work on, maybe we just start on getting a nice healthy breakfast dialed in. And you could do 3 or 4 healthy breakfasts. That's all we worry about or focus on. And everybody could do, 1, 2, or 3 healthy breakfasts or 3 healthy lunches per week. That's totally doable. And then in coaching, we gradually work our way up. up the ladder, and then we do maybe 3 healthy lunches and 1 healthy breakfast or 1 healthy dinner. And you'd be amazed how easy it is. You're not relying on self-discipline and willpower because you're not feeling like you're being restricted. Like, hey, all I have to do is 3 times and I'm going to be able to have what I want for breakfast or what I want for dinner or what I want the other days. And his third rule is eat mostly plant-based diet. And we don't need as much protein as we eat. Now, this is not, for me, it's not advocating, you have to be a vegan or you have to be a vegetarian. It's just have a high portion of your diet come from plants, fruits, vegetables, things like that. And you will be amazed at how your mood and your energy and your self-discipline just in general, and as you go throughout the day, you just feel more alive, you feel more vibrant, you feel more energetic. A lot of my clients will label themselves, oh, I'm really lazy. And I'll say, let's start working on your diet and nutrition. Let's start working healthy. And they start gaining energy back. The ones that are willing to make a change, because some people don't want to change their diet. Fair enough. Their food is an addiction. And some people don't want to give up their addiction. But when you see the reward and the payoff, you go, oh my God, how did I go so many years of eating crap, eating junk, not eating healthy, or just eating processed foods. And it makes you feel just calmer, more relaxed, and more alive. It's the fuel you're putting to run your vessel. And it makes logical sense that you want to have it to be premium fuel. And and once you start changing some of these old habit patterns, you don't start craving like you used to. And also in coaching, we work on strategies, because people, if they are eating healthy, they'll go back to their old way of eating or go back to their addiction when they encounter stress, or they're being overworked or overwhelmed or overloaded, or they're tired. HALT is when we generally go back to the acronym HALT, when we generally go back to our addictions, when we're hungry, anxious. That's anxious or angry, but I like anxious, but it could also be angry. L is lonely, and then the T is tired. HALT and HALT. So before you're tempted to eat the Twinkies or the junk food, go, okay, which one am I feeling? Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? If you're hungry, don't let yourself get to that point of hunger, because then you're going to gravitate towards food that doesn't serve you, that makes you feel poorly. If you're angry or if you're anxious, if you're angry, finding a way to prevent the anger from building by having proactive conversations with people, setting boundaries with people, things like that. If you're lonely, well, making sure that even during this time, making sure you're doing online video chats with family, friends, or online groups, meeting new people, meetup groups or something like that. And then if you're tired, which most people are, I'm a big advocate. If you're hitting the snooze alarm, you are not getting enough sleep. If you can't wake up without hitting a snooze alarm, you're not getting enough sleep. And that leads me to my second topic on just real personality transformation and feeling so good about yourself and about your life and feeling like you're accomplishing your habits and accomplishing your goals. You've got to get enough sleep. You've got to get proper sleep. It's not only the hours, but it's the quality of sleep. So if I found if I eat late, if I eat like two hours, even 2 hours before I go to sleep, it affects the quality of my sleep. People, if you drink, it's going to affect the quality of sleep. You can Google and research sleep hygiene. There's so many things that we do that damage the quality of our sleep. Being on screens late at night or watching things that are not, the doom scrolling or the negative news. Those things will definitely affect sleep. Temperature is also comfort of your pillow, your bed. There's so many different factors. And so making sure you're getting high quality sleep, guard your sleep with your life, because it depends on it. You're shortening your life and you're making yourself susceptible to diseases if you're not getting good sleep, and even weight gain. High quality sleep is so important. And some people have, like myself, have sleep apnea, seeing a doctor and getting maybe a CPAP machine or getting something to get that addressed. If you find yourself feeling sluggish or tired and going to bed early, we go to bed way too late. We're not designed to go to bed that late. And the time that you go to bed before 12 o'clock, one of my clients, I like what she said. She said, I count like every hour I get before 12 midnight, before 12 a.m., I count it like an hour and a half versus after 12. She might even said 2 hours, which is I don't know how accurate that is, but we gotta have our circadian rhythm in alignment. And you want to have a consistent wake up time, a consistent bedtime as much as you can. You really throw things off having these late weekend nights where you're going to bed like 2, 3 a.m. So really try to do that. If you get outdoors, get sunlight, it really helps to get your circadian rhythm in alignment. And that'll make a huge, huge difference. Quality sleep. Put down the phone and get to bed. And then what I like to say is you bank those hours. Like after 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, depending on the person, you've worked a full day, you're tired. Those hours are not premium hours. Those are hours that we tend to not be as productive or even just use our time wisely. We're not going for walks or hanging out with friends or learning how to play an instrument, something relaxing, enjoyable. We tend to just kind of veg out staring at a screen. And so if you go to bed earlier, you could recuperate those hours in the morning because you're going to be able to wake up early in the morning. And that's prime time. I mean, the morning is just absolute prime time to get those frog tasks, those tasks that are most difficult. Don't put them off till the end of the day. Get them done early in the morning. And if you're going to bed early and then you're allowing yourself to wake up early, huge difference. And yeah, you'll just feel noticeably better. The bad moods, the crankiness, the lethargy, the lack of motivation, you'll see it's like putting fuel in your tank, your gas tank, and it really feels good. And then the last thing is exercise. We have got to keep moving. I mean, screens have absolutely demolished our ability to focus on things like reading books and focus on other things, and have caused us to be very sedentary. So getting up, walking, get a step counter. That really was a game changer for me, is when I got my Apple Watch, and also getting a dog. Is another huge game changer. I walk regularly. I know I talk about this a lot, but there's some new viewers. Walking is so good for physical and mental health. And you could walk up, I need cardio, walk briskly then. If you don't have it's nice having a dog because you don't have the option. You've created, and that's what we do in coaching, is we work on recreating your environment. So your environment supports the habit that you want to develop. And getting a dog, it's like I don't have an option. Rain, snow, sleet, really hot, it doesn't matter. Every day, twice a day, I'm out walking, and because she needs to go out, she needs to go for a walk. And if one of my clients, and I really like this, they said if you're going to get a dog, they need at least two 45-minute walks a day. But we also need that. We need regular walking. And even if you're if you're working from home or you're in an office, at your lunch break, just take a 10-15-minute short walk, get some fresh air, get the blood pumping, and get some sunlight. It makes a huge difference. We're not designed to be sedentary. It's ruining us. It's destroying our body. Just do the research. Read things that say it's worse than smoking. Being sedentary, and all this access to screens is really doing a lot of damage to us. And the main thing that in coaching I try to work on with clients is don't force yourself to go to the gym if you're not a gym person. Find something that you enjoy, that makes you feel good. Maybe it's a social element. One of my clients, he really likes Frisbee golf. Other clients like to play tennis or basketball or a sport like that, or ride a kick. I got, like the little razor scooters that the kids ride. I got a kick scooter, and riding that is a great cardio workout as well. But finding something that you will stick with because you enjoy it. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's nice if there's a social element to it. It doesn't have to be. Some clients, a number of my clients do martial arts, and that really it's nice because as a social element, you're learning self-defense, and you're getting a great workout. So, but it's important to find something that you'll enjoy. Bird watching, I don't think it's popular anymore, but there was a time people were doing Pokemon Go, on their phone. If you're a person that is addicted to your phone, hey, why not have it work for you? There's even apps like where you chase the zombies or run after zombies or something like that you can do. But be creative. Open your mind to different ways that you can find to exercise so it's enjoyable. We want to avoid, and this is something I really work on in coaching with clients, is to avoid a restriction or scarcity mindset around these things. Like, oh my God, I can't go to sleep late anymore, or I can't eat this type of food, or I can't go on screens at all, because it's gonna pull you. You're gonna want to do the things that's like forbidden fruit. So we don't want to make it forbidden fruit. We want to make it like, hey, I enjoy taking care of myself, my body, my mind, my being, and the benefits are really wonderful. And you over time, you just want to do these things. And that's really the place that I've evolved as a coach. Early on in my coaching career, I was very much like a coach for a basketball team or a football team. Hey, you got to do this, you can't do that, and stick to it. And there'd be like firmer accountability. And I just realized that doesn't work. It's got to come from a place of, hey, for my future self, I want to do these things because it makes me feel so darn good. And that is your fuel. That's what motivates you. That's what, not necessarily motivate, it's what keeps that commitment locked in, is I want to do these things because future Steve feels so good when he does. And you'll start seeing the ripple effect as you take care of your physical health, how a lot of the emotional things that you might have struggled with also starts to fall into place. The mind-body connection is just unbelievably important. Lifestyle is incredibly important. And if you're interested, I'm here to help you through the journey. And like I said, it's really affordable. So shoot me an email if you are interested. If not, and you want to support the channel, I try not to put advertisement on my videos. So if you'd like to become a supporter of the channel, this is my sole source of income, is coaching and the YouTube videos. There's a link in the description if you'd like to make a donation or be a regular contributor, whatever, even if it's $1 a month or something like that. Whatever you can do, it's really greatly appreciated. I read all your comments. If you'd like to share this video, because I feel like this is such an important topic that people realize, but they don't realize the depth of this and the long-term benefit of making these types of lifestyle changes. And as always, I appreciate your comments. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.